Hello and welcome to my house and my favorite chair. I am going to talk to you about literacy today and specifically my literacy in acrylic painting. So I'm going to provide you first with a couple definitions of literacy. The Oxford Living Dictionary defines literacy first as the ability to read and write, proceeding to generalize this concept to a competence or knowledge in a specific area. Johnson elaborates on this definition of literacy, examining sociocultural perspectives of literacy that regard literacy as inherently social, including print and written texts, but also visual, gestural, spatial, and other forms of representation. These definitions relate to the literacy that I'm going to talk about, acrylic paint. Because my ability to paint represents a competence or knowledge in the area of acrylic painting, requiring specific visual, gestural, and spatial representations to perform different types of painting techniques and different styles of painting. For example, painting requires specific visual knowledge in that I notice areas that are light and dark, deciding which parts need more contrast and which ones need less. Painting also requires specific gestural knowledge, as I use different brush strokes to create different effects in my paintings. Painting also requires specific spatial knowledge, requiring me to decide how to place images on the page to make a pleasant composition. I learned how to paint by taking an abstract acrylic painting class at my local art center. Art classes began with a discussion concerning a certain artist or method, then moving on to practice this method. As we painted, my teacher would observe and give us pointers. We often discussed what we needed to add to the painting as we went along, the parts that we liked and the parts that we didn't like, and what we could do to improve the parts that we didn't like. Most of what I know about painting has evolved in the context of community, painting with friends and peers at art class, but also through Pinterest and Google searches. These are the websites that I use to collect my pictures and learn about different painting techniques, so I can kind of figure out what I'm going to paint next.
Hi, I'm Bob Floss, and welcome to my landscape painting class. All right, first we're going to start off with our canvas. You want to prime that with some nice gesso, so I'm just going to dip this in here. Prime it super nice. You want flow in the wrist. Get the flow in the wrist. Flow in the wrist. All right, very good. Now we gotta wait a couple minutes, let that dry. Okay, so our canvas is primed. What we gotta do now is take some fluid medium, mix that all good and nice up right here, in with the phthalo turquoise. You've got your nice big brush here. Gonna do some glazing along here. Get that all nice and good right there. Look at that sky. Wow. You got some nice glazing layers going on there. All right. Now that we have our nice glazed background, we're going to mix some, take our Feel Good brush right here. We're going to mix some of the blue with the yellow. Here, we're gonna draw some trees, some nice trees here. That's right, just do it nice and fast like this. All it takes is nice practice. We got one tree there. And you know what we're gonna do? Give a tree a friend, because everyone needs a friend, even trees. And we got a nice little friend right here. It doesn't matter, you can do whatever you want. Add as many trees as you like. I'm gonna do a big one right here. Tree friends. The free muscatrees. And there you go. All you need to do is practice.